so I'm JP.
I'm Pepe.
I'm Isaac.
And today we're going to be talking about how the force exerted on an object throughout a certain amount of time is equal to the change in momentum. Okay, so the materials we're going to use for the experiment are the following. A motion detector, the track, a 100-gram mass, a cart, the string, and a pulley. Also, we're going to use the Lab Pro, a computer with Logger Pro in it, and a power outlet. Okay, so before starting our lab, we're gonna measure the cart. So it is 508 grams. Okay, so this is how we're gonna set up the computer. So we go into Logger Pro, and then first we go into data and new calculated column. For this one, we're gonna call it Impulse 1. This is gonna be FT. The unit is gonna be Newton seconds. And then the equation is gonna be, since we already measured the mass, we know it's 0.509 kilograms. And then we're gonna multiply that by the acceleration, which we just put in variables, acceleration. And we put that in parentheses since that is going to be equal to the force. And then we multiply that times the time. And that's our first calculated column. Then we're going to do the same thing, just that for mass times change in velocity. So we're going to go into new calculated column. We're going to call it Impulse 2. This is going to be M. Go here, M delta V, and the unit is going to be kilogram meters per second. And here we know the mass is already 509 grams, and we're going to multiply that by the change in velocity. And since the object started at rest, we're going to just put in the velocity, which is right here, and then we click done. And now we're going to want to make these graphs, one for Impulse 1 and one for Impulse 2. And that, now we have this, and we will start moving the carts. Okay, so we're going to use this graph to explain why, well, our hypothesis, that is, why the change in momentum is related to the force exerted on an object in a certain amount of time. And here we can see this because the formula for momentum is mass times velocity, and since we put change in velocity, that's going to give us the change in momentum. And here Ft is also equal to the change in momentum. So since we can see that these are relatively the same, then we know that the change in momentum is basically the force exerted on an object throughout a certain amount of time.